Welcome to the channel. I'm Jay Malone. Today we're back with another iPad case review. This one is a keyboard case from Inateck. Inateck reached out to me offering to send me this keyboard case to review, so here I am giving you my honest review and opinion of this case. First things first, this case is heavy. Even without the iPad in it, it was heavy. Once I installed the iPad in it, this has a lot of weight. I actually handed this to my wife, and the first thing she said was, that is very heavy. I do like the fact that it is pretty thin. It feels good in my hands. It's kind of a rubberized or PVC coating. Kind of has some lines here, the kind where you rub over it and it makes that funny noise. So yeah, it's overall feels great. Installation was fairly easy. It does kind of have this little rubberized bumper thing that it snaps down into. I also really like the fact that the Apple pencil holder is just a tray here that you snap it in. It will hold it in there fairly well. I don't think it's going to pop out at all. And then when you close the iPad, the pencil is hidden. So I really like that. You really don't have to worry about dropping your pencil out. There's no slot that it will slide out of. So that is a plus. I really like the way that the Apple Pencil fits in this case. You'll notice on the bottom of the case, you can get to the charging port very easy. The charging port is not covered. The speakers kind of have a grill here. The volume button is not covered. The power button on the top, it is covered, but you can press it very easily. It being covered doesn't interfere with the functionality of the button at all. And also at the bottom of the keyboard case on the front cover, you'll see a little charging port right here. And it does come with the charging cable for you to charge this Bluetooth keyboard up. I will say that it took me just a bit to kind of grasp the idea of this stand that is on the back of it. You kind of have to pull down the center part first and then pull the top part down, and then it will stand into it just like that. Once you get that, it works perfect. I just wasn't grasping how to do it right off the bat. Now let's move on to the keyboard part. Whenever I first put this on here, I powered on the keyboard. I went into my Bluetooth settings and it wasn't connecting. It wasn't showing up. I actually had to look at the instructions. Imagine that. But basically all you have to do is hold down the FN button and then press this Bluetooth button at the same time. When you do that, it starts it into pairing mode. Once it started in the pairing mode, I went back into the Bluetooth settings. It showed up as keyboard. I clicked on it and then it actually showed up the model name of the keyboard. But yeah, once I connected to it, it was easy. There wasn't any problems with that. You have to hold down that button to get it into the pairing mode. If you don't want the keyboard on this, you can actually just pull this keyboard off. It detaches, so then you have your iPad case with a keyboard, but I really don't know why you would want that because there's nothing to cover the front of the screen. I would just leave the case on it. Surprisingly, the keyboard part is not the heaviest part of the case anyways, so I would just leave the keyboard on it. The keyboard does light up and you can choose several different colors. You can actually even customize this to where you can have a different color on the left side, different color on the right side, and something totally different in the middle of the keyboard. There's several different functions you can do where it goes through, like getting bright and then goes dim, getting brighter. So there's a lot that you can do with this. There's several shortcuts that are on this keyboard that I really like. The shortcut to actually close or lock the iPad, to go into search. You can adjust your brightness. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do from the keyboard shortcuts that are built onto this, and that is a plus. The sleep and wake function works perfect from the magnets that are in this. They're completely hidden. You don't see them. They don't scratch your screen. So yeah, this works good. I will also give them props for cutting out the hole in the back for the camera. The last iPad case I reviewed did not have the hole cut out for the camera, and that was my biggest downfall. So yeah, props to them for cutting this out to where you don't have to take the iPad out of the case if you're going to take a photo with it, or you don't have to rotate it some funny way just to take a photo. This works. This case comes in at only $30, I believe, or at least at the time of recording this video. That is the price on it, which I think is actually a very good deal for this case. It seems to work very well. I like it. I think it's a good product. Really, the only complaint that I have with this case is it is on the heavy side. You have to keep that in mind. As always, there is a link to this in the description below this video. If you are interested in picking one of these up, I think it's a pretty good buy. I want to say thanks to Inateck for sending over this case. I'm thankful that I can get to test it out, review it, and I'm thankful that I get to share it with you. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, God bless.